Hey guys, Tyler here from GarageWarrior.com, your #1 resource for hard-hitting home workouts and living the warrior lifestyle. And this video is going to get a shit ton of views. I already know it, right? And that is, what is my take on CrossFit? Now this one is really, really big because so many people ask me this question, say, aren't you already doing CrossFit? You have all these workouts that you do and they constantly vary and they change. Now I live in Santa Cruz, California, and this is the birthplace of CrossFit. So I know a lot of people who have been associated with CrossFit since the early 2000s or even the late 90s. And so what is CrossFit, right? It's that constantly varied functional exercises at a high intensity. The concept is excellent, and some of the early CrossFit workouts back in the early 2000s, I really, really enjoyed them. And they might look like something like this, like work up to a max barbell snatch, working on your technique and your mobility, and work up to that max barbell snatch, and then do 15 minutes of gymnastic movement progression, so working on things like muscle ups and handstand walks, and then do 3 rounds of a 500-meter row with a few minutes rest in between. Now that is an awesome workout. I think it's great because you're improving your strength and your speed and your coordination, then you're also improving your balance and your coordination and your skill work, and then you're just killing it with your cardiovascular capacity. Nowadays, here's what's happened. CrossFit has become synonymous with a beatdown. It's become synonymous with people just working as hard as you can and get sore and do these crazy kipping pull-ups and blah, 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 right? They need to understand that there is a period of time where the average person who's never done any training needs to work into these movement patterns. So it's crazy for someone off the street who has no exercise experience to go into a CrossFit gym and hit Fran for the first time. Even if you're scaling the weights back and you're doing jumping pull-ups, it's insane, okay? People should never do that. And so what is my opinion on CrossFit? I like the concept. I like the idea of doing functional movements, of learning to do them at a high intensity over time. I'm a huge fan of these progressions. So starting people slow and where they're at and building that strength as a foundation, building that movement as a foundation before adding speed and intensity to those movements. That's why in all of my programs I start people out with simple stuff, with foundational movements, and move them into more complex exercises. And that's what the original CrossFit used to do. Nowadays, Beatdown, you got to be an athlete, you got to do the games, and I see way too many people just getting injured by this concept. So, if you're going to a CrossFit gym right now, I want you guys to know I'm not bashing CrossFit. Just be cognizant of the way your coach teaches you. If they don't know about Olympic lifting, if they're not an expert in Olympic lifting, you might want to seek out some external advice in order to make sure you're not going to blow your body to pieces doing some sort of CrossFit workout where you're doing 30 reps per time. If all you're doing is kipping pull-ups and you never do strict ones, or you're doing your kipping muscle-ups and you never learn how to do strict ones, you might want to take some time to practice those skills so that you can up your skill level even further. So you can be the one in the gym doing front rolls and front levers and iron crosses rather than just doing endless amounts of kipping muscle-ups, okay? So there's my rant about CrossFit. Concepts are great. If you have a coach that really knows their stuff, then you're probably in really good hands and you're probably going to get great results from it, as long as they have that movement progression, okay? If you walk into a CrossFit gym and they beat your ass down for the first time and you walk away wiggling super sore and you feel some tweaks here and there, don't go back. It's not a good idea. But if you find a gym where they treat you right, they focus on mobility, they focus on movement progressions, they really ease you into the exercises, then that's a place you should stay at. So that's my take on CrossFit. If you guys dig this video, like it, share it with your friends. If you guys want to check out more of my warrior message, go to GarageWarrior.com. Thanks for watching.